Hi guys, it's me Andrew, and today, we're back with a video, of course, but this is a slightly different video. I want to address what sorta I've been thinking and whatnot, and as you can tell by the title, I just want to get some truth out about my channel and address things, especially with this new dumb YouTube system coming out where it gets run by an AI and it basically tries to determine if you're above 18 or under 18, like as in a child, which it's just complete horse why it exists. Let alone age restriction content. Like, there's so many videos I want to see on YouTube, for example, but you know, the content gets age restricted, or you know, because I'm under 18, the content is age restricted and I can't see it. Like, there's a Wolfie Plays video, I can't remember what it was, but there was a mod of every character when they spawn or die. It's just little clips of him, you know, raging and all that, and yeah, no, I don't really know how to explain it into detail, but yeah, I think we're getting off we're getting off topic. So, yeah, no. Yeah, let's just start. Just try to think of somewhere where to go off of. Yeah, let's go off of the game I've been playing lately. So, I've been playing a lot of Alien Isolation, and don't get me wrong, I don't hate the game. I don't. But the meaning and everything that happens in it is a bit gruesome for what I want to make. Like, when I make content, I don't want content that's disturbing. Ever since this is a content that can be enjoyed by all ages, not specifically young kids or older people, though this is targeting more older audience. That's what I'm sort of targeting, more older audience compared to young kids, because I don't want this to seem like a kids channel, because that's not what I want. But I do want it to be appropriate and not like borderline way too extreme or just way too gruesome, because that's not what I want, and Alien is sort of pushing this, because it's sort of sad throughout the whole thing. It's a neat idea, sort of, if you go into detail about it, but it's gruesome how it works. The whole thing of this weird alien-like thing, which is a facehugger, crawling onto you, latching onto you, and then, I don't know, and then moments later, then there's an alien bursting out of the chest, and it's just too gruesome and nasty, and just not something that even me myself likes to watch, because that's really gruesome. It's one thing just getting shot to death by a gun, but it's another seeing something just rip out of your chest. It's disgusting and just so over the hill when it comes to content I want to make. So, Alien Isolation and all that stuff, I watched the movies that had a lasting traumatizing impact for many days straight. It took many days to recover from it. I've sort of forgotten it, which is good, but that's besides the point. It's kind of gruesome, and this is not the game I'm talking about, of course, the game. I'm talking about the movie that traumatized me, though I think I already said that. Anyways, the game also, it's like, they die, but there's no alien bursting out or anything. There's none of that. It's really just them dying from the alien. But in the game, they technically all die. Besides Ellen Ripley, well, she sort of technically, because she gets booted out to space, but then a spaceship just comes out of nowhere at the end and probably saves her, which is what I'm assuming. But it's just really sad, and everybody dies in it, which I don't want to repeat myself, but yeah, that's basically it. All the characters die, all of them die, and then that's about it. So yeah. So, when it comes to stuff like that, I don't really want to post too much Alien Isolation content. I want it to be stuff that isn't too gruesome. Like, I don't want it to be Alien Isolation gruesome, because that hits it pretty high on a gruesome level, and that's not where I like to center my content around, or even do content on. Anyways, yeah, that's one sort of topic I sort of wanted to talk about. And let's see. Right. So I also want to be doing, I don't want to feel obligated to do certain content. I don't want to feel pressured by other people to make content I just flat out don't want to make. Like Uno, I made one video of it and didn't really touch it again. The problem with Uno is it's too competitive and RNG based reliant. It's like you're relying on chance to win. Really, it's like if some bullcrap where someone pulls like an 8 or like a yellow when you need to place your last red, that's annoying, but that's all RNG luck, that's all just chance. It's all really just chance of that game, and I didn't really like making it because it makes me way too competitive, and it's like if you lose, I don't really have any way of encountering it. I just sort of lose. I lose and then that's it. Which is kind of like, The game it's just too competitive and just too, chance reliant, and I don't like games that are like that, so that's why I really didn't make much more content on that. The first video, I would say, actually went pretty well. Got my butt kicked in, but overall I still won, and I would say overall it was a blast. And I want content that is just overall blast. Fall Guys is infuriating, but it's not chance reliant. I'm not relying on a percentage to win. It's really just get through the obstacles and all that stuff, and then you win. But of course, try to be ahead of people. Fall Guys is infuriating, but for different reasons, which is, I think, fair to say. So yeah, no. And there's a lot of Garden Warfare 2 content that could be made, and even BFN. I was tempted to do a story mode series for BFN, and I've been debating and thinking about it and wondering, should I make content on it? It's tempting to do the story mode for that game. I was planning to do working on a system where basically how it works is I do all the quests, so there's 3 quests and then the boss. So I do the 3 quests and then I do the boss separately in its own video. But if I did all 3 quests, I'm worried I won't be able to fit it in an hour. But yeah, that's about it. And that was just the whole thing about the BFN, that was my idea. Not really sure where it's gonna go. I don't even know if I will make content on it, to be fair. BFN is not really a game I play too much in comparison to Garden Warfare 2. For obvious reasons. It does infuriate. I'll say this one thing in this video. I hate how people always compare the game to Garden Warfare 2 despite it being different. Because the whole thing is, it's a shooter game, yes, but it's a part of a different series of the shooters. It's not a Garden Warfare game, and everybody criticizes it for not being a Garden Warfare game, but you can't morph something completely different. You can't morph a different series into another series. You can't do that. I can't just... It's like trying to turn my vlogs into gaming videos. You can't do that. The idea on both things are very, very, very different. So that's kind of how I see it, and people criticize it for literally being different in every way, ranging from not having variants, which is just dumb. Because, yeah, it doesn't have variants, but do consider it's not a Garden Warfare game, so you can't hate on it because of that. You're just trying to morph something that's completely unrelated into something else, and I just hate that. It like reaches my boiling point. I hate it so much how people do that, and they're blind, and they always criticize PopCap for that game being. They always criticize BFN for being the downfall for the PvZ franchise or the start. It's not. It's because you rushed them. It's because you were like, get this update out, and you were asking for such big things that require a lot of money and a lot of time and just really huge steps all in the span of 2 seconds. And it's like if you rush someone, that might actually be the cause of their death, because we all have our limits, and if you ask too much from one person or a team, it just gets too much, and then that's when people start reaching their breaking point, and then they just full on stop. So I'm just saying, do keep that in mind. Of course, not to switch the topic as sort of been in my head. Of course, both games are good in their own way. I don't think it's fair to criticize someone because they have different opinions on you or because they think BFN is good. If I think BFN is good, I should not be criticized for that. That's just dumb to criticize people. We're all allowed to have our own opinions. It's like criticizing someone for liking the Chomper. Yes, I hate the Chomper, but I ain't criticizing people for liking the character. He's still a character. He's still in the oofing game, so yes. And also, another thing I want to point out, which you probably just heard in that sentence, is the stuff I say. Oof, eeks, and all that stuff. I say it because I don't want to swear in my channel. Now, that is just it. I don't want to swear on the channel. Because that's not... It's inappropriate. And that's certainly not what Jesus wants. You're not supposed to swear. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to say God's name in vain or something like that. You're not supposed to do that. You're not really supposed to swear, and yes, this is supposed to target an older audience despite me not really swearing too much. I do because I'm hearing it all the freaking time. But do keep in mind, it's not appropriate, and I don't stand by swearing because you're not supposed to swear. That's not how God wants you to live your life. You're not supposed to just swear and blur out a bunch of garbage because you're mad you lost a game or something. And then my channel seems more on the family-friendly side. Now, I'm not promising appropriate language at all times, but I do want you to acknowledge that I do ignore it for a good cause. And honestly, screw whoever's like, that's just bull. I don't want to hear it. No. I am allowed to have my own opinions, and that is that. And I don't tolerate it. I don't care if someone swears at this point. Like, that's not what I'm saying. It doesn't offend me if I hear it. It's just more like I don't stand by it. I don't acknowledge swearing as a whole. So it's kind of like I avoid it on the channel, and it also makes my videos more appropriate for younger audiences as well. It's like I don't want it to target younger audiences, but it can. I'm just saying, it can. It's appropriate enough for younger audiences to watch. Also, age restricting my videos doesn't really work considering it's my content and me myself is under 18. But it's only I'm 16. I'm not like 13 or anything. I am 16. I will be an adult in less than a couple of years. So, yeah, no. Don't bend over my channel because I'm under 18. I think that's fair to say. Just don't ban my channel because of my age. Because I hear a lot of people say that age is just a number. And for, like, if you're in your 60s or 70s or you're really up there, a big number doesn't so much matter. Yeah, if you're like 63, that doesn't mean anything. That you just see that as a big number. You just see that as a number. But if you're 16, it means a lot because you're a child and you get crapped on a lot. And I don't want to go into detail about that. But I feel for young people, age is a thing, and it is a big factor that does consider in a lot. And I also sometimes feel like how I get treated by people also gets affected because of my age. I'm just pointing that out on advance as well. And also, I might sound pretty negative on my videos. I'm not trying to have a negative impact on my videos, but I'm not a happy, jolly person. That's not really what I am and want to be, because just hear me out. Oh my gosh, my nose is itchy as heck. Right. Stupid nose distracted me. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. Yeah, this is what happens when you're going off of just scratch. Yeah, this is what you're just going off of without notes or something. Great, someone's calling. We'll just ignore that. Right, we were talking about age. Yeah, I mean, oh, negativity. Right. Okay, I get it. So, right. I know. So I don't want to have a negative impact on I don't want to take a negative approach, like I just said. And I may sound negative. Here's the reason. I find a happy looks sort of delusional and dumb. I don't want my videos to sound like me being delusional. I don't want to look delusional or sound delusional on my videos. That's not what I want, because it's a really dumb look on somebody, and also me smiling in general, it's sort of painful. Like, I don't... It's not me being negative when I say stuff or say negative stuff, but do keep in mind, I'm not a person that centers in around positivity always necessarily, I guess, is what I could say, but basically I'm not an outgoing person. I'm more of a just kind of keep to myself kind of person. Yeah, well, I'm just more of a... I'm more of a serious person, I guess we can say. I take more of a serious-like personality, I would say, but I still have a silly personality. We all have that inner silliness in us. Like, that's still there, of course. But my channels... I want my channels to take more of a serious, like, approach, not a silly, clowny more approach. That's not how I want to do things. I have the specific way on how I do things, and if my approach is too negative, then screw off. That's all I have to say to that. Screw off, I don't want to hear it. Because, hey, look, there's a bunch of other content creators that take a negative approach. But me, it's not intentional, it's just how it is. So if I kind of criticize things, but don't really leave much upside, that's about me in a nutshell. You know, when I I tend to think more, like, when there's, like, a problem or something bad, I tend to think more down about it and give it, like, no uptime. I don't give it, like, I don't really have, like, anything good to say, pretty much. Not really yeah, I don't really have anything positive to add on. So, yeah. Pretty much got my take on that. Probably didn't even do it well. Also, it's a very me thing to forget what I'm saying in the middle of a sentence. I'll be saying it and then split second my mind goes blank. That happens to me quite frequently, so if I'm in the middle of saying the sentence and then I forget, or I change it up because I have something else to say and I can't be asked to finish the other sentence I was just saying, then yeah, just bear with me. That's just who I am. I'm a person who can't really keep to one sentence. I either forget or change it up in the middle, which is kind of weird, but that's just how I do things, so. So be aware. Also, whatever you do, do not pause these videos. It's just really silly stuff like me going, it's just dumb stuff like that. When you pause it, it's me going insane rubbing my hair. Get pretty itchy, ranging from this, my nose, the hair, like the head, heck, even my armpits, but we won't go into detail about that. But yes, I just want to point out that I have every intention on finishing Alien Isolation, but I don't want to just bang out Alien Isolation because I'm feeling obligated to make that content only, and like I said in the beginning, it's too gruesome for what I want to do, but also I really don't want to have to make it all the time, and that's that's how I feel. That's how, like, I need to make this video. I need to make this because that's what everybody wants from me, and we all feel that at some point. It's like we have a limit, and none of us should feel obligated to make the content that other people want. It's your channel. You have full control on what you want to upload, what you want to do, and nobody should judge. I say that with a heavy heart because, good lord, I hate feeling obligated to make content. I hate that obligation. It's really awkward. Also, motivation is something I severely struggle on, ranging from literally anything. It's like, there's important stuff in life I know I need to do, like, you know, achieve basic stuff like get a job. Well, that's not really important now, considering my age, but what I'm saying is, like when it comes to stuff like driving and stuff, I want to get a license, but motivation has just not been there. But we don't want to dissect into detail about real life, because that's personal information that none of you should know. And I'm aware of hackers and all that crap tracking your location and all that, and no, I don't stand by that. This is more of a video just addressing things. If I have anything more to add on, I will make sure to add it in future videos, but as it stands now, I don't think there is much to really say. Besides, really, yeah, I don't know. But I think you got a piece of me, you got a piece of you've got a piece of what I've thought. And it is tempting to make a video hating on schools in general, because believe me, they suck, but that's another topic for another video. Excuse me, I have this dumb thing where I sneeze twice. Like, I sneeze back to back. It's like I'll sneeze once, and then a few seconds later I'll sneeze again. Anyways, that's just what happens. Anyways, I think that will do it for today's video. I really didn't have much. This is just all I wanted to do. I want to make a video being open, being clear with all of you, just say what I feel. Just update you. Just do whatever. Just, you know, be honest, be clear, say what's been on my mind lately, and for you people to understand that I'm a human being with feelings and a limit, and we all have a breaking point, like I just said, so You know, if you push someone's buttons too hard, they will reach a breaking point, and then that will be the downfall, and then the end to them. It can really be a serious thing. And that's something that kind of needs to be understood, I would say. It's kind of like BFN. It's really just like BFN. Yeah, I have my criticisms, but you gotta consider in that no game is perfect. And you gotta consider it's my opinion on what everything I say, so judging whoever says their opinion is just dumb because it's not like you have a right opinion. It's like ranking all characters in Garden Warfare 2. There's no right opinion. If I think Archaeologist is one of the best characters in the game, you can't stop me, you can't criticize, because there's really no right or wrong answer to who's the best and who's the worst. And that goes with even Choppers, because in a way there's technically no such thing as a bad character, because no matter who, it all comes down to opinion and preference. And you can't base off a character off of some stupid stat site that is so-called accurate. Because, no. I'll just say that. Anyways, I think I've gotten everything I wanted. Again, almost the same length as my other 2 vlogs. But for real, I'll end this time. So, bye-bye, and please understand.